You know, our entire digital world runs on this invisible network of connections. We're talking about APIs and webhooks that let all our different apps talk to each other in a blink of an eye. But here's the catch. As we automate more and more, this network is getting so incredibly fast, so complex, that we humans just can't keep up anymore. So today, we're going to dive into how the very AI that's pushing this complexity to the brink is also, believe it or not, our best shot at taming and securing it.
So here's our roadmap. We'll kick things off with what I'm calling automation overload. Then we'll meet the new kids on the block, AI agents. From there, we'll see how AI actually becomes the solution, walk through a playbook for locking down these new connections, and wrap up by looking at what an agent-ready future really looks like.
All right, let's set the stage. We live in an era of absolutely breakneck speed. Things like DevSecOps are pushing software out the door faster than ever. But our ability to respond to security threats, well, that's often stuck in the slow lane, trying to catch up. And what you get is a system that's just too fast, too complicated for anyone to manage by hand.
And hey, this isn't just me talking. This is a real, documented problem. Researchers have pointed out the painful reality of alert fatigue. When your security teams are just drowning in warnings, what happens? They get delayed. And in the world of cybersecurity, a delay of a few hours, or heck, even a few minutes, can be absolutely devastating.
Now, a huge piece of this automated puzzle is the webhook. The easiest way to think about it is like a super efficient messenger. When something happens in one app, let's say you buy a new pair of shoes online, a webhook instantly fires off a message to another app, like the shipping company, to get your order ready. It's the secret glue holding all this real-time automation together.
So, all of this speed and connection has led to a major paradox. Our systems are more powerful than ever, but they're all speaking different languages. It's a mess. And the old way of doing things, manually translating and securing every single connection, is just completely falling apart. We've basically hit a wall, and that wall is human speed.
Okay, and right on cue, enter the real game changer, autonomous AI agents. Now, these are not your simple little automation scripts. We're talking about software that can literally perceive its environment, make its own decisions, and act on them. It's a mind-blowing leap in what's possible, but it also puts a kind of stress on our APIs and webhooks that we've just never seen before. So what really makes an AI agent different? It's this powerful cocktail of traits. First, they have autonomy. They can act without a human holding their hand. They have adaptability, meaning they can actually learn and change based on what happens. They're proactive, so they can anticipate what you need before you even ask. And they can collaborate with other systems. This isn't just about making things faster. It's a whole new kind of digital partner.
So let's peek inside an agent's brain, shall we? It all kicks off with a goal from you, the user. The agent then starts this loop of reasoning and planning, breaking that big goal down into tiny steps. To get the job done, it uses its tools, things like APIs or web search, and its memory, where it keeps track of what it's learned. It's this constant cycle of plan, act, and learn that lets it tackle really complex problems all by itself. So you might be thinking, wait a minute, if AI agents are making things more complicated, how can they possibly be the solution? And that's a great question. Well, it turns out it's a classic case of fighting fire with fire. We can take that same incredible intelligence that makes these agents so powerful and turn it inward to manage and secure the very systems they rely on.
Let's paint a picture. The old way. A security analyst gets an alert, then spends hours, maybe even days, digging through logs and trying to get the right people on a call. The new way? An AI detects a threat and instantly pings the right team in a Slack channel. The team jumps in, collaborates right there in the chat, and with one command, tells an AI bot to contain the threat. What used to take hours now takes minutes. And the best part? The entire chat history becomes your audit trail. Done!
This new workflow is just this beautiful, virtuous cycle. First, AI models detect the threat and send a detailed alert. The team can then triage by literally asking the AI bot questions for more info. Once they're ready, they respond by approving an automated fix. And here's the magic. The system then learns from that outcome, retraining the AI models to be even faster and smarter the next time around.
And you know, this AI-first approach goes way beyond just security. Think about one of the biggest headaches for any developer, trying to make two systems with different data formats talk to each other. Instead of writing tons of boring, tedious code, a developer can now just tell an AI what they need, and poof, the AI generates the connection. This just blows the doors wide open for creating amazing, seamless integrations.
Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now it's time to pivot to the how. how do we actually secure all these webhooks in this new super fast AI-driven world? Well, it turns out there's a pretty clear playbook of best practices that you've got to follow.
When it comes to security, there are a few things that are just non-negotiable. Using HTTPS for encryption, that's table stakes. But just as critical is signing every single webhook to prove it came from who it says it came from. Oh, and you absolutely have to include timestamps. Why? To stop something called a replay attack, where a hacker just resends an old valid message to cause chaos. These fundamentals are the bedrock of a secure system.
Let's zoom in on authentication for just a second, because it's so important. You've got two really powerful methods here. HMAC signatures are kind of like a secret handshake. They prove the message is authentic and nobody's messed with it. But then you have mutual TLS, or MTLS. If HMAC is a secret handshake, MTLS is like both people showing each other a government-issued ID before they even start talking. It's incredibly secure and perfect for those really high-stakes connections.
So all these security practices are vital for right now, sure, but they're also laying the foundation for what's coming next. We're moving past just securing one connection at a time and starting to think about building an entire infrastructure that's designed from day one to handle autonomous AI agents safely and at massive scale. And here's the problem we have to solve. Our traditional APIs are just, well, they're too rigid. They were built for predictable human clicks on a website. AI agents, on the other hand, are dynamic, creative, and totally unpredictable. To deal with them, we need a new breed of what people are calling agent-ready APIs. Interfaces that are flexible, that understand context, and that are built for this new era of intelligent machines. And this diagram gives us a glimpse of how it could all work. First, the agent's request hits an API gateway. You can think of this as the front door with a tough but fair security guard checking the agent's ID and making sure it doesn't cause any trouble. Once it's inside, it talks to something like GraphQL Federation, which is like a super smart concierge. Instead of making the agent run to 10 different places to get info, the concierge gathers everything it needs and brings it back in one perfect package. It's all about making things secure and super efficient.
And look, this isn't some science fiction fantasy. The industry is already building this stuff. Just look at the top API trends for 2025. AI-driven automation is right there at the top. Enhanced security with things like zero-trust models? Check. The rise of flexible tools like GraphQL? Check. The demand for unified platforms to manage all this complexity? Check again. See? These aren't just buzzwords. They are the literal building blocks of our agent-ready future.
And that all leads us to this one final, really big question. We are right on the verge of handing over the keys to some of our most critical business processes to autonomous agents. The technology is pretty much there. So the real question we all have to ask ourselves is this: is our infrastructure, our security, our APIs, our entire way of thinking, is it really ready for them?